fifth deck of the week is the tallest combo deck in my opinion, and that is Man Spider Galactus combo. Man Spider Galactus has some very interesting dynamics that are going for it right now, which makes it one of the tallest, if not one of the best combo decks in the game. First of all, let's talk about how it is the tallest combo deck in the game and how it dodges interaction. So how it dodges interaction is very simple. It uses Shuri or Symbiote Spider-Man to get the Fallen one, meaning you can play Man Spider Taskmaster on the last turn, which is an incredible amount of points that is very hard for your opponent to deal with. On top of this, its entire game plan is just built on consistency for the double Man Spider line. Let's say you don't get Taskmaster, what you can do is use Fastball Special and then play Adamite Infusion, and that essentially maintains a Man Spider in one lane, because whether it's a negative power Man Spider or in regular power Man Spider, it doesn't really matter. And then you end up winning that second lane because your Adamite Infusion creates that second Man Spider. So we've already talked about those lines that create two Man Spiders as being very dominant. Why exactly is Galactus in this deck, and what makes Galactus pretty good in this deck? Well, Galactus is in this deck for one simple reason. There's a lot of single lane build-up decks in the game right now, and one of those decks are the Shao Lao decks. When you think about Shao Lao decks, a lot of times they're building up Jocasta, building up Maverick, building up Scarlet Spider, building up Shao Lao. If you can get priority against those decks, just playing a Galactus means your opponent can win a lot of time, because their Shao Lao is going to miss a hit because it didn't hit the last thing, which was Scarlet Spider, which was building up on another lane that you didn't play Galactus on. On top of all of that, it is just very hard for your opponent sometimes to beat a very tall Man Spider lane. If you do something like a Man Spider Absorbing Man, you have one of the biggest Man Spiders ever. And then what can you do with that? You can Fastball Special that card and then play Galactus. You can mess around with how much energy you have in a lot of ways in this deck. And by doing that, you just get one of the biggest Galactus lanes ever. Let's say you can even play, let's say, a Fallen one into a Man Spider Fastball Special Galactus combo. That is a more than enough to win a game, just because your opponent can't contest that 1 gigatall lane. And that's a new dynamic for Galactus, and also a very interesting dynamic for Galactus to have.